Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of From Downtown. Today is April 22nd, 2024. It's a great ass Monday. I don't know why I'm so fucking happy on a Monday, but I'm fucking ecstatic. And we have NBA basketball, some more playoff action for today because the weekend was very, I can't even say fried. The team who was fucking home won every game. So, I mean, even in the NHL playoffs, we have a few, as you can see, college baseball games being played behind me, as well as MLB games for later, starting around 5:45. So, thinking about that, that's the first sport that's going to get hit today. So let's go ahead and hop straight into the way baseball is set to look today. I guess looking at 5:40, like I said, it's starting at 5:45. The Brewers are at the Pirates. Pirates fucked around and lost that game yesterday, the rubber match game against the Red Sox. Ended up losing that series. Pirates started off as one of the best teams. Well, yeah, they did start off as one of the best teams. I think they only lost like 2 games. I think they were like starting off like 8-2, 6-2, something like that. And I'm not gonna say it skidded. I'm just gonna say it slowed down for some odd reason. I don't know where the runs are coming from because their starting pitchers don't have an ERA over 3 put together. So, I mean, I don't know where the runs are coming from. I don't know if they're losing games late. I can't tell if they're just playing better teams. I can't say better teams. They play the Red Sox, but I guess tonight, being more of a, is this a division game? No, the Pirates aren't in a division with the Brewers. I don't think there was like the Brewers, the Cardinals. The Pirates actually might be in there. I'm tripping. But I think that like those division games gonna mean a lot more for the Pirates than I guess say any of these NL games that they play throughout the year. So I think that tonight we see a better game out the Pirates because yesterday it was like 9-1. Red Sox way. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand where the runs against are coming from. Is it their bullpen? Is it their closers? Like what is making it that other teams are now finding a way to score against Pittsburgh when they couldn't do it to start the season? Like we couldn't even score. Well, I'm saying we, as in the Mets, and we haven't started scoring until like the later half of this season, like going right now. So like the last 5 to 6 games, we had one big game against the Braves, and then all of a sudden our bats just started to click. We just started to fucking wake up and put up like 8 to 10 runs every game now, except for the one yesterday in which I thought that we could win. I thought we were gonna be able to sweep the Dodgers, but Tyler Glass now put our ass on a wanted poster. Have you seen me? Can you find me? That's how the fuck we was looking yesterday. I think Tyler ended up with like 11 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts. I know he had double digits, but he went like 7 innings, and I knew in the 5th, I think they damn near hit around the batting order. Like they came back up twice in the same inning. So I think that was just a lackluster game, a game in which I feel like the Dodgers should have won anyway. We shouldn't have even been that close in that series. I don't know where the fuck the Dodgers went wrong, but I feel like we pitched amazing except for that last game, and we had timely hitting when needed late in the games, and that's what we need to at least compete right now, especially in the division with the fucking Braves. Looking next at the next games that I want to talk about. Tariq Skubal is on the mound again for the Tigers going up against the Rays. The Rays are an experienced yet unexperienced lineup. I feel like you can get a lot of strikeouts out of them tonight. I don't know what Skubal's line is set up to be, but if it's around 6.5, I wouldn't be scared of it. 6.5, 7.5. He's one of my ones who I always would, I'm always gonna put my money on to have the most strikeouts like throughout the day, just because of. It's electric. Like this nigga is young. He has a fucking 101, 102 fastball, a breaking ball that fucking drops down to like 72, 73 miles per hour. Like it's like a 12-6 curve, but it breaks more like a splitter. Like I don't know how the fuck he has some of the best tools for a lefty that I've seen in a while. I think like only other lefty that I can think of was I just saw him a while ago. It was like Barry Zito. Just the ability to fucking break down pitches and slow shit down from fast to slow. It's a blessing to have. I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's something not all pitchers have, and if you do have it, it's from the right side. Like it's like your Roy Oswalt, your who else is on? Max Scherzer is on to give you a high 90s fastball and then a breaking ball that can cut down to 70. Like how much strain are you like taking off of your arm by throwing this pitch, or how much strain are you putting on your arm by throwing this pitch? But I just think Tyreek is young, great pitcher. I don't think the Tigers can win this game, and I don't want to say they can, but with Tyreek on the mound, I feel like anything can happen with the Tigers with him on the mound, because he's going to at least, if he gives up runs, it's going to be around a 2 or 3. So I think the Tigers can score 2 to 3 runs. Next game that I want to talk about is the Blue Jays at the Royals. Royals are pitching Brady Singer tonight, while the Blue Jays put out Yusei Kikuchi. Yusei is a pitch to contact, can't really, I'm not going to say can't strike you out, but it's more of the, we pitch to contact. It's more of the Logan Webbs to me. It's more of the, and I'm saying Logan Webb, and Logan Webb had a fucking great out in the last game. I mean, with strikeouts, stayed into like the 7th or 8th inning, only gave up 2 or 3 hits. Like that's the type of person Yusei Kikuchi could also be. Honestly, I think that Brady Singer has a rough night tonight. It's just the fact that the Blue Jays lineup. If you paid attention to anything that I've said on this fucking podcast about the Blue Jays, you know that I'm high on them. I feel like their lineup is the most talented lineup we have in MLB, and I'm not fucking putting no shade to the Yankees and all of that shit, but it's like that is the most dynamic lineup to me. But I don't know if you watched the Yankees and Blue Jays series that just passed this last weekend. I think the Blue Jays won one game out of the 2. But it was like it was competitive fucking games. Like the first series they played when the season first started, it was all overboard. It was everywhere. We didn't know who could get a hit win, or if you had a timely pitcher to at least get an out against people like Judge, Soto, fucking who else hitting the fuck? Anthony Volpe. I was like, damn, I can't think of them. I'm about to say Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, but it's like, nigga, Anthony Volpe is playing like one of the best fucking hitters they got. I mean, I just tonight, I just don't want to go against the Blue Jays. I know the Blue Jays are one of the best teams in the MLB, and my eye test proves more to me than any of the stats and biometrics. And I know for a fact that the Blue Jays is one of the most talented teams in the MLB, and I feel like they could definitely win this game. Like I said, two pitchers that kind of pitch for contact, so overs are like my push towards. Like I want to go towards the over. So if you can get it at like 8 runs, 7 runs, I would definitely take the over. Next game that I want to talk about before I get into the last one is the Padres at the Rockies. The Padres are pitching Dylan Cease tonight, while the Rockies are pitching Austin Gomber. Over 10.5 right now is the over-under right now. I'm not necessarily a fan of it because the game last night, they had a doubleheader yesterday with the Rockies and the Mariners. The game last night, the Mariners, I think they scraped away. I think the run total started at 10 and they scored 11. So it's like they got about a point. I mean, yeah, a run. But the first game of that doubleheader yesterday, it was shits. I think that was the one where the person who, I can't even think of it wasn't Ryan McMahon. One of the hitters for the Rockies hit a home run, but a fan interfered. They called them out. The game went to extra innings. I think the Mariners pulled it off, both of them. Looking at that, I think the Rockies lose handedly tonight. I think that game, the 2 yesterday, I'm not going to say you get tired in baseball. I'm not going to say it. It's just, of course, you're a fucking Iron Man. We get it. We're the best athletes in the world. We can't get tired. But I think the Rockies are going to have some type of lag to them tonight, especially with Dylan fucking Cease on the mound. Like you could have had days off and try to come hit Dylan Cease and this shit wasn't gonna work. So I mean, looking at things like that, I think that this game is an under type of game, even though it's in Colorado, unless the Padres go out there and score 6 to 7 runs or 8 runs by themselves like they can. I mean, but Austin Gomber shouldn't be able to. I mean, he shouldn't give up a lot of hits. I mean, his fucking strikeout line right now, they're 3.5, and if you take him over 3.5, that's actually plus money if you think he's going to get 4 strikeouts. I don't think he's going to get 4 strikeouts, but I mean, It's the Padres. Fuck, I've seen worse out the Padres and against worse teams. I mean, damn, I can't say worse teams because the Rockies right now kind of pushing it. They down there with the fucking Astros. No Astros slander though. I'm sorry. Next game and last game that I want to talk about MLB wise is the New York Mets, of course, starting our series out in San Francisco against the Giants. We're pitching Jose Quintana tonight. I think this game is definitely a +1.5 for us. I think we can definitely beat this team. It just depends on how the hits and how the ballpark fares for us. Like I said, that big right center gap, is it going to be something that Starling Marte can't get to as our center fielder, or is it going to be something that we can hit firmly into with Lindor, with Brett Beatty, with Jeff McNeil? Are we going to be able to take that lefty side of the plate and fucking be amazing from that side? I think the Giants are pitching. I don't know who the Giants are pitching. The Giants are pitching Keaton Winn, righty. Like I said, we have a lot of switch hitters. Well, not a lot. We have like 2-3 switch hitters on our team. But the left side of the plate is going to be amazing. So I just think that tonight we keep the game close. I don't know necessarily. I feel like we can win it. I just don't think we lose by 2 runs. If we lose by 1. Yeah. Moving on to NBA action that we have for tonight. We have 3 games to come on. First off is the Magic at the Cavs. The Cavaliers, that first game, they were. Can I say they showed dominance? I can't say they showed dominance, but they showed greatness in spurts. Whenever Donovan Mitchell is able to get off of their screen with Jared Allen, of course, or if DG is coming off that screen and Donovan Mitchell is at let's just say the short free throw, let's say free throw line extended. That's from the free throw line all the way out to the 3-point line. Let's just say that's what would we call that on the fucking court? It's the wing. You're on the wing. You're not in the corner. You're on the wing. He's able to get into that spot and attack straight off the catch. Like, that is him. Who else I saw yesterday? Kyrie and Shea. This weekend has really showed me their ability to attack from angles in which I feel like you couldn't get to the rim. Like, they're amazing. They're in the fucking NBA. They're superstars. Of course, they're in the NBA. But it's like seeing that shit in real time, to where Kyrie has a man on his hip and all he has on this side is the baseline. But he sets you up with a move to the middle like he's coming towards you, and you fucking get flat-footed. Like, he can't go nowhere else but straight. So if you move out his way, he's going to go down this straight line. And he is a master. Boy, all 3 of these dudes are masters at manipulating the defense to get what they want. In which I can say the Cavaliers played great in spurts. I couldn't really say DG was able to manipulate it how he wanted to. I think he was just trying to fill it out. I think he'll have a better game tonight. Seeing that Jalen Suggs definitely was on his ass the whole game last night. Saturday. So, I mean, the Cavs definitely play good in spurts. But with Donovan Mitchell has fucking 30% or 25% of the ball in his hand, they win in this fucking game. I feel like if Donovan Mitchell gives us 20, this is a normal night, 25, like, they were winning that game. I don't think the Magic can keep up with the fact that D. Mitch and Darius Garland, when they found out how to fucking work together, I guess, and stop fucking relying on Karis LeVert to come in and just be a scoring guard, I mean, that's going to be a hard team to stop. Like, they were already, top 4 in the East, top 3 in the East. So it's like, I'm not really saying, they're top 4. So I'm not saying that they think they're better than anybody else. I can't put them ahead of, like, the Knicks like last year. I can't put them ahead of people. It's just like, I just see that the Cavs have stars, in which stars are going to do superstar things, in which they're going to, at some point, win you games in the playoffs, which means it might not necessarily be a great all-around team, but you have those pieces in place that can win you games in the playoffs. You've seen the first game. A lot of times, the first game doesn't really matter unless, the team is just definitely suckier or trasher than the other team. But I definitely think that the Magic come out and play a harder game. But a 5.5 point spread is too small for me. I think this game is like an 8 to 10 point type of spread game for the Cavs. I just think that they're not gonna let up. Like Darius Garland didn't even have a great game. Like we didn't get to see the best Cavs. Like that's the scary part about it. Like we didn't see the best Cavs. We probably saw a fucking 7 out of 10 Magic, and we got a 5 out of 10 Cavs, and they still won that game last Saturday. So I think that looking forward, if they just fucking keep putting that front foot forward and stepping in the right direction, and hopefully Darius Garland facilitates and scores the ball more tonight, in which you can see him be the true point guard that he was drafted to be. I think that the Cavs win again, and they win handedly. Next game at 6:30 is the 76ers at the Knicks. This game was actually a very, 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 very fun game to watch over the weekend. I feel like this is going to be a game in which it's going to always come down to third quarters. How do you come out of halftime? A lot of the teams that got fucked over the weekend came out of halftime kind of stagnant, or went into halftime stagnant. Thinking about the Mavs. The Mavs scored like 8-9 points in the second quarter and then came back and tried to compete, with the Clippers. And then I think the Pels had the Heat had a fucking, the Heat were close with the Celtics. That's why I picked if you saw my shit yesterday, I was like, the Celtics shouldn't fucking blow the Heat out like this. But you come out there in the third quarter and you score 11 points while the Celtics put up 23. So, of course, it's a 12-point, differential in the third. And then if we just play normal basketball, you're going to get a 4 to 5 point differential from each quarter with the Celtics. Like, the Celtics shoot the fucking ball amazingly. But, I mean, I just wasn't prepared for a fucking 20-point loss yesterday from the Heat. What the fuck we were talking about? The Heat got me fucking off track. I can't believe I even said that shit. I don't even know why I chose them to fucking cover 15.5. My only L on the fucking thing that was for yesterday. But I'm just thinking the Knicks have another good game at home. If you remember that game over the weekend, the Knicks started off very, very rough. It looked like as if Deuce McBride had to pull them over the. What the hell you was doing in a? Deuce McBride had to pull them over the hump to be able to, I guess, he was the big shot maker to get the runs going back in their favor, put it that way. The Knicks, it's Jalen Brunson time. It's Dante DiVincenzo. It's OG Anunoby. It's those type of people. But you look at it and you see Deuce McBride come out there and hit, 3 threes. Hell of a stops. Getting steals where he shouldn't be. They picked... My God, they picked Joel Embiid like 3 times. If they're able to do that shit effectively and efficiently, they win this series. Joel would catch it at the free throw line. He'll put his hand out, and it's like his back was always turned to either Jalen Brunson or Deuce McBride. Like, I didn't know why. Like, I was like, why not catch and square? Or why is your back to the basket all the way at the free throw line? And hopefully tonight, the 76ers make adjustments and they fucking don't put him in that position again to where he has to turn over his shoulder and look for somebody to pass the ball to or to make a move. Because that shit was getting ripped every time he touched it. He would touch it, and the next thing you know, he'll try to look that way, and the ball was fucking the ball was gone. They stole that shit like 3 or 4 times. Late in the game, it happened as well. So I can't say that they made in-game adjustments for it. So late in the game, it happened. It happened 2-3 times late in the game. So I think that looking forward to that aspect of things, I think that the Sixers come out and play a better game. We see a big game out of Joel, maybe more from Tobias, more from Kelly Oubre tonight. I can't really say more from Tyrese Maxey. He does exactly what I want him to do every fucking time he steps on the court. One of the best guards I've ever seen in the fucking NBA. He's just young. He just needs more time to not necessarily develop, but just to find out where he can be great at or what he can be great at doing and where is his spots. Definitely a 30-point scorer in my mind. He can do it easily if Joel wasn't there. But yeah, I just think this game is going to be a close one. I think that the Sixers actually give them a fight tonight. Like the Knicks put up a lackluster performance, but I feel like this game that we're finna see tonight out the Knicks, I mean, the 76ers is going to trump anything that the Knicks could do, unless Jalen Brunson goes crazy for 30, 35 points, and we have an untimely appearance from Deuce McBride. It's Mitchell Robinson. Even what his name is? Fuck. The black white one, the one who be like, man, my daddy black. Hartenstein. If Hartenstein goes out there and fucking, have a great game against Joel, then I can definitely say it's gonna be a Knicks game. But I don't see that happening. In which I think Joel fucking sits down on him. He puts up 30 and 10, 25 and 10, and I see Tyrese going for at least like 26 and 6. I think he's gonna crash the fuck out the glass tonight, because I think he's starting to realize that they aren't protecting Jalen Brunson as a liability as he is on defense. I think they aren't protecting him. They aren't putting him in spots to where he doesn't have to exert energy to be great on the offensive end. So I think tonight they exploit that. They make him work, and we know. Well, I'm saying we know, but I'm saying like Jalen Brunson shouldn't be able to stay in front of Tyrese Maxey. So if OG Anunoby at some point switches, if DiVincenzo at some point switches, that's going to put a lot of people that's going to put Jalen Brunson at a disadvantage, and a lot of people on the 76ers team at an advantage, even bench players. So I think that tonight the 76ers keep this game close. We see a lot of people off the bench make a sudden impact tonight. So I think the 76ers win this game away from home, and I think this could be one of the first games that the home team loses in the first round of the playoffs, because the last game of the night is the Lakers at the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets are finna put their foot down the Lakers' throat. Man, it was just, I don't know if that first fucking game had LeBron and AD tired, but that fucking sequence where they missed like 3 or 4 layups in a row. I know you've seen it if you're on Twitter and you follow anything about basketball, or like the Lakers, how this series is going. You saw LeBron had the ball. They were down 9, 3 minutes left. LeBron coming down the court, missed the left hand layup. AD gets the offensive rebound, tries to tip it back, misses that layup. LeBron gets that offensive rebound, tries to lay it back up, misses that, gets it back again. Now the ball is flying. Like, nobody is back on defense. The ball is flying everywhere. LeBron runs, grabs it by the free throw line, attacks again, and misses the layup. All right, so the play is not over. He misses the damn layup. LeBron misses the left-hand layup. Jokic grabs it off the rim. He pushes it up to a guard. I don't remember what guard it was. I don't know if it was Jamal Murray. I don't know if it was Michael Porter. But Jokic starts to run. He's at half court. LeBron is jogging behind him the whole fucking way down the court. Great outlet pass. Leads Jokic right to the goal. Bam, bam. LeBron is trailing, trying to get that, that signature chase down block. Jokic dunks that bitch in. I see defeat in niggas' faces. In fucking game 1, I see defeat in niggas' faces. And then from there, I was like, the Lakers might get swept. I think if they win at home. Winning in Denver, fuck no. Altitude too crazy. The team, LeBron can be prepared, but the team is not. I need D'Lo to get better at being a tough shot maker when it counts. And when you don't have it, give it to Austin, please. Because Austin was fucking on fire in the late third quarter, early fourth. But it was like they just kept pushing it to D'Lo, and D'Lo kept missing these open opportunities and shots. And it was just frustrating me, because every time they would give it to Austin, it was like he would hit the layup, he would hit the shot. And I'm not even a fucking Lakers fan. I was just fucking mad to see D'Lo consistently chuck up shots in which I know he could make, but he was 1 for 9. Like, do you not care? Of course, LeBron said on this fucking podcast that they don't care about the first game of the playoff series. That's just a fill out game. Just go out there and play your hardest, or what he said like that with JJ Redick. But it's like, fuck that. That wasn't your hardest, nigga. You just kept shooting, and then you will come out here after the game over with and shoot more shots. Like, that shit is gonna make us look good, or make you look good. Like, bro, I really don't know what to expect out of the Lakers tonight. I just want to say that I think the Nuggets win this game. I think Jokic comes out and has a triple-double. He would have had it last time if I don't know. They just weren't hitting shots off his pass, or they were just making them. No, the Lakers were really turning them into a scorer. So he didn't have really much chances to facilitate and help and pass the ball around for other people. But most of the time when he got the shit off the rim, he was going to full court with it. So he's going to be able to hit his assist to me tonight. He's going to do that shit and probably take a step back scoring wise. We probably see 20, that low 20. But you see a full stat line from him, and it's going to be a great game. But other than that, that's all we have from downtown for today. Tomorrow we will be putting in our draft projections for the upcoming NFL draft, 2024 draft. Let's see where Jaden Daniel goes, and if you believe in us, you should take a shot with us if we get it wrong. But other than that, this is from downtown, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.